Hello and thanks for joining us for a short introduction to automating document capture processes. This recording will cover document capture issues that small and medium-sized organisations face, and then move on to cover automated solutions that help to eliminate those tedious and manual tasks. Understanding the problem is the first step. Many organisations have started their digitisation journey, but many have not and are still handling large volumes of paper documents. Whether they're using paper or electronic documents, it doesn't really matter. Usually much of the work and process around them is still manual. This is often time consuming and mundane and leads to inconsistency, poor productivity and quality, especially true when a team of people are responsible for the process. Automated document capture solutions seek to address this by using software to run the process. Typically, inputs are defined which trigger the start of the process. For example, scanned documents from a network scanner or MFP, documents added to a folder, maybe by drag and drop, documents which are printed, or documents which arrive as email attachments. Then the core of what happens in the process is configured, and usually involves steps like batch separation into individual documents, using OCR to extract text or barcode data from zones, converting the whole document to a searchable format, and much more perhaps. Finally, there is the routing stage where the documents and any data extracted is output to one or more desired destinations, whether that be Windows folders, Microsoft OneDrive, SharePoint, or web repositories like Dropbox and Google Drive, sending email notifications, writing to databases, or integration with a third-party line of business application, all of which may take place at the output stage. Before we move on, let's summarize the key benefits. Automation means that work can get completed faster, and the output is routed the same way each time. Using image cleanup and OCR to create searchable PDFs rather than images leads to better quality documents which are easier to find, especially if combined with a document management solution with powerful text search capability. The software is simpler to implement and use than others available and does not require developers to write code in order to build processes. It's lower cost, and this combination leads to a more tangible and faster return on investment. In any organization, we have the creation of transactional documents like purchase orders, delivery notes and invoices. And organizations also need to capture those documents whether created internally or externally. Documents have to reside somewhere, and as mentioned earlier, there is an abundance of storage options available today, including our own document management solutions which complement the capture solutions we are focusing on. At any stage in the life cycle, we also have workflow, so our software modules include workflow, the main components of which can be broken into automation tasks, extracting data from documents, and in some cases interacting with the user, for example presenting information for review, input or approval. In practical terms, where can our solutions be used? They are often used and involved in the horizontal functions like finance and HR, as well as in document-heavy verticals like legal, automotive, and health, for example. Examples of specific processes are also shown on screen, covering processes for accounts, HR, sales, as well as post-distribution and archiving, which are regular projects in the legal industry. Many of our customers have their own documents like job packets or sets of forms which are bespoke to their organization, and we can build automated processing applications specific for their needs. As we said earlier, workflow can happen at any part in the process. That can be part of the capture and data extraction stages, or further on where approvals and signatures are defined. Usually the first two receive a document or batch of documents, run and output the documents and extracted data, and that takes place in a matter of seconds or minutes. Approval workflows are different in the sense that these can take hours, weeks or months to start and finish, depending on the number of approvals, urgency and things like that. These are workflows which need to be state managed and tend to be more complex server-client solutions than initial capture workflows. It can be important to recognize this distinction, and this video is focused on the highlighted workflow types. You can contact us or look out for more videos on managed workflows in the future. So taking a closer look at building capture workflows now, on screen is an example process built using the PRISM WorkPath graphical process editor. They can be very simple, just a few actions, or more complex, with hundreds of actions. They are quick and easy to build, and you can easily test them and receive quick feedback while doing so. Simply click on the drop-down menus from the ribbon at the top and choose from over 100 pre-built functions. The functions will perform tasks like image cleanups, bursting a batch of documents, read and write to any database, stamps and annotation of documents, add choices and what-ifs, as well as interactive pop-up boxes for operators to check and correct data. You can also add zonal OCR to extract data and use that data to then name the output file and create new folders automatically. And of course you can convert all pages to any text searchable format and send email alerts as well. The permutations are endless really. PRISM WorkPath has the ability to add one or more OCR zones to extract data or read barcodes. Simply select the option you want from the ribbon at the top. Once the zone is added, you may configure it, load in a sample file, give the zone a unique name, and in the case of a barcode zone, tell it what type you want to read. Almost all types are supported. Next, open the barcode editor and draw a zone on the sample page. It can be as small or as large as you wish. Test the zone and check the OCR results, then load in more sample pages for testing should you wish. At any time during the process, but usually at the end, you may wish to output to one or more locations. Select the desired output from many of the different options in the drop-down menu. Documents can be output via email to folder, FTP folders, sent to print, to SharePoint, PRISM.record, or popular web repositories like Google Drive and Dropbox. In this case, you can see that we're outputting to a Windows folder. Where data extraction requirements are greater or more complex, we can use the PRISM Software Advanced Data Extraction Template Builder. It allows you to add and view unlimited zones on the same page. There are many different types of zones. Standard and barcode zones, which are similar to what we showed earlier, but they can be linked to an anchor zone, so that if the data shifts around on the page, the zone will shift accordingly. We can create column zones to extract line items from a sales order, for example. It will also automatically detect zones on a fillable PDF form and process the data. The real power in ADE templates is the Smart Zone capability, which means that templates can be built to handle semi-structured documents. Take a purchase invoice, for example. You know that there will be an invoice number on the document, but depending on the supplier, it could be anywhere on the page. Advanced data extraction allows you to add all the trigger terms to detect where the invoice number is on the page for any purchase invoice. You can set many more options when configuring a zone, including auto correction rules and validation rules. Once you have created your zones, you can load in more samples for testing. As we go through the different invoices, you'll see that the invoice number will be detected in different places for the different suppliers without needing to create a specific OCR template for that particular supplier. If it's not detected for a particular supplier, just edit the zone and the trigger text so that the next time it is recognized. The reviewer interface. Data that has been extracted using advanced data extraction can be presented back in the PRISM WorkPath reviewer interface. Users can review extracted data, reorder and delete pages. When they mouse over the data, it will highlight yellow. They simply click on it and it will auto-populate the currently selected index field on the right hand side. It will then tab down automatically so that you can complete the next field. Of course, you can manually correct data by typing directly into the fields, and post-validation checks are made against the data that users enter. Taking a look at the PRISM portfolio, you can see that there are a range of capture products. We have the ScanPath, WorkPath and PRISM Capture families. They can be used standalone or integrated together depending on what the requirement is. Thank you for taking the time to watch this recording on automated document capture. Please contact us if you would like to trial the software, to discuss a general or particular requirement, or to learn more about creating processes, advanced capture, document management and advanced workflows. We look forward to hearing from you.